Hello, welcome back, Snarkers. It's a beautiful day. I hope you're enjoying the content, and if you are, please like and subscribe. It helps me out a lot, and it's absolutely free. So, we're up to season 2 now, and it's exciting for the Browns because the kids are going back to school. Now, it's my understanding that Christine homeschooled most of the children for many years. And then they went to a private school for a little while where they were going to school with other people from the same faith, so other polygamous types and so forth. And apparently, Mariah did not want to go to public school where the rest of the kids were going to be going. And so she continued to go to private. There are many times in the series that I get the distinct feeling that if either Mary or Mariah want something, then by gosh, it better be so, or else there's going to be hell to pay. I see an edge in both of their personalities that I imagine if the cameras weren't rolling could get pretty nasty. Just my inference. Maybe I'm completely wrong, but I don't think so. So the other kids are getting ready to go to school. And at one point, Christine is getting what looks like 10 plus kids ready, feeding them, brushing their hair, getting their backpacks together. And Cody comes in and makes the comment, well, you should just drop everything and come running straight to me, to her. Now, he joked, he was laughing and joking and playing it off. But I imagine that he really meant it. Like, the king of the castle is here. You better drop your spatula and your hairbrush and whatever else, even the baby, and come see me. And since Christine had been so involved with homeschooling and therefore now all the kids are going to school, so she's just at home with Truly. And she says that she is just bored out of her gourd. And I can imagine. For one thing, what time do you have to get up to get that many kids ready? I have one child, and I get up at 6 a.m. to get him to school by 7:30. I cannot imagine, and he's a boy. I cannot imagine having that many kids, and a lot of them being girls. And with girls, you got to fix their hair just right. Well, come to think of it, my little boy has long hair, and I have to fix his hair just right. So yeah, maybe it doesn't matter, girls or boys. But that's a lot of work. That poor woman must have had to get up at like 4 a.m. God bless you, Christine. And so, there's all that. And I can imagine once all those kids leave and go to school, it gets quiet and you've just got your one little baby to take care of. And it would be kind of lonely even. Thank God for Truly. And we take a little short stint over to Robin's, and since she doesn't live with the rest of the family, she says that she feels kind of disconnected and like she's not part of it, even though of course Cody makes time to go over and see her children off on the first day of school. And we know now that she wanted to not live in the same house with the other children and wives, so I guess that was just her trying to be Robin for the cameras. And the adults have something exciting on the horizon. They're going to the Today Show. And the Today Show episode, I'm not sure if that was going to be airing before or after Sister Wives had aired on TLC, but they kind of make it seem like it was before because they say they're coming out as polygamists to the world on national television. So if the TLC show had already aired, they wouldn't be coming out. They would have already done that. I don't know. Cody's kind of a moron, so whatever he says, maybe he's wrong. And they go on the Today Show. Robin is thrilled. She is so excited. You can just see she's just gleaming in her seat. The fact that she's going to New York and she's going to be on national television. And she's really excited. First trip to New York. She's going around just everywhere looking at everything. And boy, their trip to New York, they got a lot in. They went to Central Park and Times Square, and they had their television appearance. I've actually only ever been to New York once, and I was there for an audition many years ago. I thought I was going to be an actress. I did do a little acting, mostly in plays, couple music videos, but yeah, I was never going to be an actress. But I did go to New York for an audition, and while I was there, I literally had time for my audition and a little meet and greet kind of thing with some of the cast members of the show that I was going to try to be on, which I didn't get on. Had fun at that meet and greet though. We partied. So, but just the whole time I was there, it was go, go, go. Everything was regimented. My schedule was packed. I did not go to Central Park. I didn't go to Times Square. I don't know how they had time for all that, but I guess maybe if I was being filmed for a television show, I would have had time for that too. So good for them. When they're actually on the Today Show, Christine, she just comes across so girlish, but in a really pleasant way. I don't always like it when grown women are girlish, but on Christine, baby, it works. And she said that Meredith from the Today Show came up to her and said, "How's Truly doing?" And she was just like, "Oh, that's Meredith Vieira. She's asking me about my baby. Ah." And it was really cute. Mary forgot to zip her pants when she came back from the restroom. And it's so funny the way she says it on camera. She's like, "I was drinking a lot of water that morning." And the way she paused between "I was drinking a lot" and "of water," I'm going, Cody completely blanks when the hostess asks him how he decided to be a polygamist. And I think she even makes the comment that, you weren't born into this. He might not have been born into it, but his parents were polygamous before he was. So I don't know if that was a fairly worded question. But he completely blanks. And in his talking head, he says to the camera, "There's just not enough coffee in the world," when you're being asked questions at that time of the morning. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't he against coffee? Don't they later, when they're in Hawaii, go to some coffee shop for breakfast, and he's all adamant that he doesn't want anybody to try the coffee. And when some of his older kids, and I think even a couple of the wives, try the coffee, he's none too pleased, but he's talking about coffee. And excuse me, I have to look at my notes. I'm a real paper person. I have to jot down notes and then defer to them. You'll see when you get to be my age that happens. They get home from their trip to New York and they're concerned about what their teenagers may see online, on the blogs and websites and so forth. And I mean, all I could think was, well, you didn't think about that before? I mean, maybe you should have really considered that before you went. When you have children, I have one child, and he's a little boy. He's not even a teenager yet, thank God. But I consider carefully things that I do and how they will affect him. And I would certainly consider if my lifestyle could somehow cause him embarrassment or any kind of problems, I would certainly consider things like that before I went on national television to talk about it. But, whatever. Cody had decided to do this, and he was balls to the wall going to do it. And they start talking more about the investigation on them by the state of Utah. Now, we know now that they were never in any real danger of being jailed. But what I wonder is, did their children know that? Did their kids know that their parents weren't in any danger of being jailed? Because I don't think they did. I think the kids really believed it. Because those children are not actors. They certainly weren't used to being on television during the initial seasons. And they're talking about on camera worries about their father being taken to jail, worries about their family being split up. Well, those worries were valid, but it wasn't the state of Utah that was going to bring that change into effect. I'd just like to urge you that if you are in any way struggling with your mental health, there are resources out there. Please reach out by dialing 988 because you are needed, you are necessary, and you're worth it. You're loved. Bye, guys.